the thing about being a really great comedian, if you look at any of the greatest comedians to like ever exist, there's no real fun in a joke unless there's some truth in it. Comedians are very egotistical people. Okay, like we just are. Networking is the most important. You know what I'm saying? Like every city that I've gotten the luxury of performing in, I had to take a chance first.
I don't trust myself after all the pain I've held. I know myself too well, been in and out of hell.
We're tripping for not cheersing? How would you say it? Cheering? You can't. It's not cheering. Cheering's like
Cheersing.
Cheersing. Cheersing sounds.
I don't think that's a word.
Our word, yeah.
I think that's a lie. That's not a real word.
Well, guess what? We just made it up here on the Heir Cast. Cheersing. We just cheersed. Welcome back, folks. Another day, another podcast. Another day, another cheer, and we're here. At this point here, you already know what time it is. And here today we have a special guest, Miss Dina Cruz, live and in the flesh, not canceled, back on Instagram. And her first time here on the Heir Cast.
I'm here. I'm alive, mi gente. I swear.
And here on the Heir Cast, we start with the important question, Dina, because the people, the fans, everybody wants to know, the Air Force, the streets, as the kids might say. What's going on in brunch, and should husbands be worried?
What's going on at brunch, and should husbands be worried?
Yes.
No. Nothing is going on at brunch, fellas. What are you talking about? You should only be worried if you should be worried. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's an answer.
Like, that's how I feel.
Type shit. Okay.
Like, you should only be worried if you should be worried, you know?
Yeah, I do argue that if you're going to be in a relationship, you got to be able to trust the person.
Yeah, so, exactly. Like, why?
I am also single for quite a while, so I don't know if I'm the best guy to be taking advice from.
You don't trust people?
No, I mean, I do. That's tough. Yeah, fuck. I was going to say. Depends what we're trusting people with.
Start with the tough questions.
Facts. I trust people to be untrustworthy, unfortunately, so I guess you could say that. But when it comes to romance, you know, the times I've been in relationships, you know, it's, of course you're going to have, you know, your brain stuff where you don't want to trust the people. I guess where you see red flags. I guess, but you want to love somebody. If you're in a relationship with somebody, we all want
to love somebody,
and
like, that's the whole point.
And you got to be able to trust. Facts.
Of course, of course. I think what we should start doing as human beings is trusting people to be themselves. You know 100%. What I'm saying? Like I'm really big on that one, because if you know a person's a piece of shit, don't expect them to be a fucking prince. Like, but just be happy with your piece of shit. But the issue
a lot of people, but the issue a lot of people deal with is that they don't know the person's a piece of shit. So you know that one day that they get called fat, that one day that they get called, they don't like your freckles. Oh, you're ginger. You know, it's like, oh, really? That's how you felt about me this whole time? It's like, you know, and it always comes out, you know, down the line, you know, and it's like. That's the telltale point sign, and it's like you always hear people they're in the honeymoon phase when you first get in a relationship. Right, you feel me? And it's like because everybody's acting to their best.
Not me.
Right when I hear that, I'll be like,
right from the beginning, like from the jump. I'm a dickhead. I'm me for real. Like, I'll sit there and I make fun of other people in front of you. Like, so you know what type of time it is.
So, but there has to be a swing once you get familiar with the person. No, do you do more jokes? Do you lean in more on that, or do you kind of settle back down when? Because if you're like that off the rip, what happens once you get to know them?
No, I think okay. So now we're talking about two different things. Like, I think like on a daily basis, on a regular basis, I'm actually really super chill. Like. Super chill, super calm. I'm not trying to make jokes all the time. I'm just chilling, like, you know.
But like being on, like
being on,
like with the jokes, like I'm always on doing bits and shit like that. No,
I kind of sort of am sometimes though. I don't know. It just depends like what mood I'm in. Like I'm a mischievous person. Like I'm not like a mean person per se or whatever, but I'm like with the shits. I am.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people define joke making mean, and that's there's being mean and saying mean spirited jokes, and there's another thing with being funny and being, you know, jokingly, and, you know, making a joke. You know, that's it's two different things. And nowadays in the world of cancel culture, in the world of people clipping things out, I can't wait till I'm so popular people are clipping my podcast out of context. I'm not there yet, but we do live in a world where people take things out of context with, you know, slight milliseconds, and you could do that in conversation. I see that nowadays where people just focus to one thing you said and don't listen to the whole sentence, and they're like, oh, but you said this, and it's like, yeah, but I said a whole sentence before and after. Did you hear that part? It's like,
that happens in comedy all the time. Like, I post clips all the time, and they're like, bro, where's the joke? That's not funny. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna post my whole show. Like, then why would you buy a ticket? Like, you know, like, what's the point?
No,
you know?
Yeah. And as far as like the joke thing is like, funny's so subjective. That's what's cool about, like, we were talking earlier before the pod started, music and comedy have they're very parallel in a lot of different ways. Like, it's a lot of introverts being forced to be outroverts, a lot of or extroverts, you know, a lot of in your headness, a lot of, you know, anxiety, I think, a lot of writing, you know. Right now with the joke we were talking about, like, you know, sometimes the joke hits for somebody, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
You know, some people, you know, love Michael Jackson, other people don't, you know, like, crazy, you know, like, but it's
that's
there.
wild. That's a wild opinion to have, to hate Michael Jackson, but okay. But yeah, no, of course.
Side note, do you think he did it?
Who?
Michael Jackson?
No, bro. I think he was set up. I think he was hella fucking set up.
Like Illuminati set up?
Yeah.
Oh, like with the Pulse. Like, I've seen the people. He was going to buy the network.
He owned, like, more than, like, half of Sony.
I think he bought Prince's...
At the time that he died.
He bought Eminem or Prince. There's a meme. I don't know if it's true or not.
There was, like, a crazy contract.
He bought the Beatles catalog.
Yeah,
he bought the Beatles catalog. Yeah, like off some beef, right?
And, on some beef shit.
Yeah, but it was some beef shit, though, right? It was like, wasn't it?
Beef. It was Paul McCartney and him did a song together.
Right.
When they did the song, Paul McCartney put him on the game and told him, Mike,
okay,
where the money's at is in the publishing.
But I think...
You got to own your publishing. You got to own your catalog.
Yeah.
So Mike was like, oh, really? All right. And then the Beatles catalog went up for auction.
Okay.
Yeah.
For auction. Mike was there, and he was...
Yeah, but I think at some point he owned the Beatles catalog, and I think he owned his own catalog too. Yeah. So there was a point in time where he owned more than half of Sony in publishing.
Yeah. More than like half of the Sony catalog.
Yeah.
Of the Sony catalog.
They that's why I'm telling you, Mike was set up, bro. Michael Jackson was set up, bro.
Facts. Just like Bill Cosby.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I think he did it. I think he did it.
Oh, that's funny. I think both of them are guilty. So imagine. This is a whole room of conflicting opinions here. What's your favorite wine then?
My favorite wine is Prosecco.
Prosecco, nice.
Prosecco. I'm a Prosecco girl.
And what context are we drinking wine? Is it like all the time? If somebody comes in with a bottle of Prosecco, it's like, oh, we out, or it's like do you have like a?
Nah, I gotta be in a mood.
Type shit. What defines a mood?
Yeah, like I gotta be like in a mood. Like I don't know. I gotta be like, I don't know, fancy in my head. Like I don't know how to explain it. Cause it's weird. I be drinking Prosecco at the weirdest time. I'll be drinking Prosecco at Mode on a Thursday sometimes. At Mode, right?
Because, the place.
Yeah, that's a mic that goes on Thursdays. Well, a show. Ricky Cruz hosts it.
Shout out Ricky Cruz. Okay, that's a cool name.
Yeah, Ricky Cruz. He hosts it at Mode on Thursdays. They have pretty good Prosecco. I don't know. It just depends on the venue. Like, they gotta have good Prosecco, too. That's something that I am
wine sucks about. Going on. Unless at a social places. Restaurants sometimes shit. Okay, but wine, going out to, like, bars and clubs is wild.
Hard. It's
that
hard.
Is tough.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it has
tough.
To be a certain venue. I can't just do that anywhere, to be honest with you. But yeah, wine is, I don't know, I'm very simple. That's all I really drink. All I really drink is that and tequila. I'm not a wide variety drinker.
Okay, and then for potential suitors out there listening, what's your favorite tequila?
No potential suitors. Please, no suitors.
Okay, potential drink buyers in the future.
Please. Okay, drink buyers, yes. Drink buyers are welcome at shows.
What's your go-to tequila and drink order?
Go-to tequila, a tequila soda with a lot of lime. I feel like that's like my regular, like no-brainer. And then if I'm trying to get fucked up and it's like brunch, you know, then we're doing like Prosecco with like shots of tequila.
Yeah.
You know,
At brunch.
brunch. Brunch is brunch, bro.
I've never done the whole brunch
You
thing. Not fully.
I love daytime drinking. Daytime drinking is where it's at.
I daytime drink as a football fan, but not brunch. Brunch is
Listen,
wild. Associating the
Tailgating
two
is
together.
dope. Tailgating
Yeah.
is dope. I'll do some prosecco and tequila shots at a tailgate. What? Hell yeah.
Type shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love
What?
it. I love it.
Why
Okay.
not?
And then speaking of turning up here, let's bring this back a little bit. So, starting with back that ass up. What are some? Okay.
What are some?
Shout out Juvie.
I'm laughing
Shout out
because
Juvie.
you've done your research.
That's what we do here on the Heir Cast. Do research.
Okay, so starting
And we
with back
drink.
that ass up.
Yeah, starting with back that ass up. What are some other Miami exclusive turn up songs you listened to in your childhood growing up?
Miami exclusives. Oh my god.
And just to understand, this is you did like the house party thing growing up too. That was popping. House
No,
party.
listen, my parents were super fucking strict. I think in my whole growing up, I think I went to like 2 house parties.
When you say growing up, what is this to high school?
Yeah. Like in
Wow.
I think I only got to go to like 2 house. Yeah, I was scared of my parents.
Oh my
I was
God! So you
scared
were
of my
like
parents.
You went to high school down here?
Yeah, I did. I went
Where'd
to
you
Coral
go?
Park.
Coral Park.
I went to Coral Park.
What's their what do you call the mascot? Right. What do you call the mascot?
The Rams.
Rams.
We were the Rams.
Okay.
It was whack.
School
It was
spirit.
whack. No, it was super whack. It was super whack. We had like the worst football team ever. Our baseball team was pretty good. Our baseball team was pretty dope
Hey, Pitbull
at
went
the
to Coral
time.
Park.
Yeah, he was there when I was there.
Oh really?
He was there,
Okay. Shout out
yeah.
Chico Pit.
Yeah, and I had El Caballo for geometry. We had
Oh,
the
wow.
same
Shout out El Caballo,
geometry
too.
class.
Tremendo class of contemporary.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like it's crazy. That was a wild couple years at that school. It was crazy. There's a couple more people that are part of like the 2003, 2000, early 2000 era at Coral Park.
We're gonna drop
that are
a classroom
pretty-
picture of all 3 of them right here. With some other characters. And then so what are the records then? But back that ass up. What are some songs that you think that were like constants growing
that
up?
were
at the
like
parties?
constants growing up back then. I feel like we used to listen to like a lot of Tupac too.
What Pac songs are they
Like,
playing in the party?
Ambitious as a Rider, all that stuff.
Damn, that's
like,
some gangster shit. Coral Park kids.
Bro, 99, 2000. You're talking about 1999, like 2000s. Like, that's what we were listening to.
Type
like,
shit, okay.
You know, Master P.
I was about to say Master P. This is a Hot Boys era time.
Yeah,
this is,
Hot Boys,
yeah.
400 Degrees, Lil Wayne,
Right.
like when he
This
was
is right when
actually
he's about to-
little.
yeah,
like,
right.
you know, like all the No Limit stuff. Yep, all that stuff.
This arm you're seeing is Dad. My dad.
Outkast.
Producer of the show, director.
Outkast, a lot of Outkast we used to listen
Shout
to.
out Outkast. I love Outkast.
Yeah, like there's what? Oh my God, music was so dope back then.
And then-
Like I miss it.
And then on that
honestly.
same note, I don't think it said anybody from Brooklyn in there, but where Brooklyn at? Were you born in New York?
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn. I used to listen to a lot of Biggie too.
That's the goat. That's my
you
goat. I
know,
love
that's the
Biggie.
goat. But yeah, I would.
Even though y'all
yeah,
listen to
Jay-Z,
Pac and not Biggie.
Reasonable Doubt. That's a dope album.
Shout out Jay.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to listen to a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
But this is stuff you listen to? Well, like this is the or like
Yeah, I mean those were the bops too. That's what everybody was listening to.
back in the days, because so when I did house parties, they had the fucking virtual DJs and shit. So in your time, they had
Nah,
the
man.
actual
we used
DJs.
We used to put on the box.
Oh,
The channel, the box.
the box.
You remember the channel?
No, elaborate.
No, not you, but it was just, it was all it had was music videos, and people would call in and request music videos, and that's what we would put on.
Well, there's music channels
box.
like
Yeah, there was MTV and shit like that, but like usually the person having the house party is because like their parents are at work and like you feel me, like they can't afford no DJ, no crazy shit like that, so we put on the box. What are you talking about? Everybody vibe it.
and the box is
Or
connected.
you put on Power 96. Back then, Power 96
Jam.
was playing all that.
Yeah.
You know?
And the box was connected through the internet, or how'd you connect?
No, it was a TV station.
Oh.
It was a channel on TV.
Type shit. Okay, I got it.
This is the generation.
Bro,
gap.
wow. This is
so
crazy.
but you gotta understand,
I
like,
feel old as fuck right now.
Listen, they have channels like that now. Like when you scroll like the high 600s, 700s.
It was different back
You have
then.
music
You see,
purpose.
look how privileged you are. Look how privileged you are. You're like, bro, what the fuck? That's not even nothing crazy, bro. Back then, that was like
No, I
goated.
think we live in a
That
great
was,
time.
Like, great.
I always laugh at people. My age when they're like, man, I think I was born at a different time. I was supposed to be born at a different time. I'm like, what are you talking about? We have ZA, we have smartphones, we have Uber, we have everything great
That's
here.
the problem. That's the problem. You guys have it too good, bro. You
Yeah.
guys have it too good.
So do you think there's value in hardship should being hard?
Not in hardship, but like, I mean, I could get from one point to another without my phone.
Of course, I think so
Like,
too.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's important.
Right.
You know? I used to remember phone numbers.
No,
I
map is
can't.
crazy,
I don't know
though.
nobody's phone number now.
Well,
like,
so in
you
defense
know?
of my generation, the issue with addresses and like why relying on GPSs are so prevalent, and like back in the day, like my dad and me go through this all the time, where it's like, oh, I could just do the math to know where the place is, and it's like, yeah, but when you get to Miami Lakes or Pembroke Pines, where the addresses are you know, Dina Cruz Street or Pitbull Avenue and like these crazy names that, you know, Cowpen Road, it's like you don't know, like you can't go by the numbers like that. So the whole
I mean, yeah, no. But you could go by like direction. Like, I know this way is north. I know this way is east. Like, I know if I go that way, I'm gonna eventually run into the beach. Like, you know, like.
so without a phone, how do you know? Wait. You said this way is north, right?
No, I'm saying, like, I'm just pointing right now,
direction.
but I'm saying I know
Type shit.
directions. Like,
If you lose your sense of direction, how do you figure out where north is? Do you know that?
how do I figure out where north is?
Yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to use the sky,
At
But-
night with the North Star. What do you do in the
Right.
daytime?
and you could use the sun, where the sun is. You could still
True.
figure it out.
Really?
Yeah,
rises from
of
east to
course.
west.
Oh, okay. So
The
the
north.
So you could kind of tell, like,
that's true. That's true. Got it.
That's what this
I'm not the
GPS
brightest guy.
so
is.
easy. It's so you see what happens when you have too much internets?
Well, I'll pull out my
happens when you
phone and
have
the
too
internet
much
and search
internet?
how to do this, and then I'll learn that
See?
information.
It's fucking
You
terrible.
feel me?
Terrible.
You can
bro.
chat GPT. If I was in, how do you figure out your sense of direction?
You're the reason why they're making AI, bro. Like, that's the reason.
Allen
That's
Iverson's
why
listening to this podcast. Like,
they're
what are you guys
doing
talking
it.
about?
Like,
What did I do?
why does everybody keep mentioning me? I'm over here minding my business.
So, and then what product or service do you do a commercial at 5 years old, or commercial for? At 5 years
Oh,
old?
so at 5 years old, my first job ever was for my mom's job. My mom used to work for HUD, which is Housing and Urban Development. So like the people that are like in charge of like public housing and
Is
like,
that a
stuff
government
like that.
job?
Yeah, it's a government
Okay.
job. And they hired me to do a training video for them.
A
And
training
like
video.
pretend to be that they were gonna use for like marketing.
Okay.
To pretend to be like a kid like that belonged to like this family that was getting like this big beautiful house, and like I was so excited about having like this house. Oh my god. Mom,
Are you
this
with a
is
fake
the
family or
one.
just a solo video? It's just like
yeah,
a
it's just with a fake family.
Gotcha. So
Yeah,
they put
yeah,
you with
yeah.
another family and they're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in front
yeah.
of
And
the
they're
house.
like, here you go. Like all types of like.
Got it.
shit.
So this is
Yeah.
like a skep. Skep, yes.
A what?
Spec. Like a spec video for people.
No, not a spec video.
But like for HUD, for
they
Hers and
release-
Urban Development. So they're
Yeah,
showing like
yeah.
this is
They
what a
released
happy
it
house is gonna
like for marketing. Like they would play it like in the little offices, like when people would go and like apply and shit, and like they would see me, like they're like, oh my happy.
be. That's what
family."
when I used the word spec, I meant that like for like so like customers or like people buying houses are gonna see this and be like, oh, this is what my future
Right,
could be.
right,
I
right.
could have a young Dina
Right,
Cruz
right.
and be coming
And
out
she'd
with
be
the-
so happy in this house.
Yes, okay. And then so talk to me about the self-care routine. What does that look like?
Self-care?
Yeah, like
Like what are we talking about though? Because I'm a firm believer in that like self-care is like a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
elaborate. What's the first thing you think when you say a
Like-
lot of things?
Sometimes self-care is like telling somebody, bro, fuck you. Like that's self-care. You know? I feel
Somebody
like
that's annoying you or just
that's-
anybody?
I mean, you
what
have
does
to
this
have a
mean?
valid reason, right?
I mean, that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He would do it to anybody.
You I feel like you have to have a valid reason, right? Like, but like sometimes that is self-care. Sometimes
I
you
feel like
do
a
have,
valid
like,
reason.
There's
yeah.
people with a valid reason that sometimes you gotta be like, bro, fuck you. And that's self-care. And then sometimes self-care is, I don't know, going to dinner, taking yourself to like a nice steakhouse and having a great fucking espresso martini or something. Or
Favorite
like,
steak?
You know what I'm saying? My favorite steak?
Or go to, like, you know, like, what's like a most average order or something like, oh, they have this?
I don't know. I'm a New York strip girl. Like, I'm not really fancy.
Does being from New York play into that?
Like, no.
Okay.
I just like the meat.
It's like, yeah, we from New York. We get the
like
best
the
strip.
Meat. I like the meat. That's it. It has
If
nothing
you were a
to do
guy,
with
I'd
the
say no
best
Diddy.
strip.
But this is a girl, so.
Strip. That's funny. Oh, man.
Yeah, no Diddy's a strictly, I guess, a guy thing. It's can't do it so much with women. It's not as fun.
No
Oh,
Diddy.
that's what she said.
No
But
Diddy.
you are a she, so.
No Diddy.
Right, I guess no Diddy, right?
Yeah, no Diddy.
Yeah,
No
we're
Diddy.
anti-Diddy. We did a whole
Yeah,
debate
yeah,
episode
no
of UC, my episode. But my dad, on the other hand, him and Diddy go way back.
Oh, wow.
No, they don't go way back. They had one moment where they took a picture together.
And he's like, they set him up.
Yeah.
They set him up. That's a good man, Savannah.
But moving on from Diddy, let's move on
Right.
to another man whose name starts with a letter and ends with a Y. Twinkie. Shout out Twinkie.
Twinkie.
Twinkie. What you know about Twinkie?
Twinksters.
Is that like a developed nickname from Twinkie now? Do you call him Twinkster?
No.
Or
I
okay.
don't know.
Do you know what Twinkie I'm referencing?
No, I don't know what Twinkie you're referencing.
Okay. So let's bring it back a little bit more to your first set ever. I think your first
Right.
night going up with
Right.
is it with
Oh, wait, you know the real Twinkie? The real in-life Twinkie? I've been looking for him this whole 3 years. Where's he at?
I was gonna ask you to put me down with him so we could put him on the episode.
Oh, man.
Actually,
dude.
Twinkie, come out.
I think he like quit
He's
comedy
here.
after. I've never seen him after that. Like I want to see him so
He was
bad,
a comedian?
bro. Oh, to my understanding, he was, because like
Okay,
during the
let's tell
set, that
let's-
was like part of the heckle that he
let's
was
tell the-
heckling me.
let's tell the
Okay,
audience
so
the
look,
story.
first of all, it was my fault. Okay, because I don't know if you noticed, but like I wear a uniform to say like to do stand up now. Like, you know what I mean? Like I very much wear a certain like type of clothes, like, or if I do dress up, like it'll be something that's all the same color, like not distracting at all or whatever. And the first time I ever performed stand up comedy, I decided, well, I didn't decide because they tricked me into doing
You
it.
didn't know you were doing comedy,
No,
right?
I didn't.
Let's
I had
paint
no
the picture
idea.
a little bit, so the audience knows the story of where you're doing comedy. Because you would
Okay.
always write jokes for, what is it, another comedian?
No. I was just annoying as fuck. And I would tell my homeboy, who was a comedian, he's been a comedian now close to like 20 years. He's like 15, 16 years in.
Shout out Cisco.
Cisco Duran, yes. So we used to hang out like just because we were friends, you know. And I used to fuck with him all the time and be like, bro, I could make you laugh, so let me write your jokes. Like that means that I'm funny. Like that's
Hilarious.
it's
That alone is
terrible.
funny, though, I'll be honest.
terrible on my part. But I'm like, yeah, let me do it. Like, you know,
got
I'm funny,
this.
bro. You know, I'm funny. Let me do it. And I guess he got tired of me doing that shit. And one night he's like, oh, come, I'm going to be at the show. We have the show going on, blah, 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 blah. And it was him and Danny Benavente and somebody else. I don't remember who else was there. And we're at the show. We're taking green tea shots. Having a great time. Woo. And
Shout out
then
Green Tea.
all of them are like, oh, let's go to Torres. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go to Torres. Ooh, another bar. I didn't know that there was an open mic at Torres that night.
It's
I
a
had
room.
no idea.
Yes.
So we go to Torres, we get there. I tell Cisco, hey, I'm going to go get some drinks at the end of the bar. The room is tiny. It's like not even bigger than this room. That's a tiny bar. So I go, I get the drinks, I come back, and he's like, hey, I put you on the list. And I was like, bro, what list? List for what, bro? There's no VIP here. Like, to do what? Like, what do you mean list? And he's like, no, you're next, bitch. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was
Wow.
like, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, just go up there and talk. And I was like, about what? What do you mean? And he's like, no, just have a conversation. And I went up there and I started telling jokes or whatever. Now, in Twinkie's defense, I will say I was wearing a red leather dress.
Red leather.
Red leather short, like tube top, like dress. Okay,
You have a
go
picture?
up there.
You have a
I
picture
do.
of
I
this?
still have the
Fire.
whole set.
We're gonna drop her here.
And I go up there to do comedy, and there's this guy in the crowd that starts fucking heckling me, and he's like, "Oh, what about, because I was talking about like men. I don't remember what I was saying. I was saying something about men, and he's like, "Oh, what about, because I was doing this joke that I actually still do. That's crazy. About like my daughter. It's a bit about my daughter, about like how this tall, handsome man is gonna pass me something from the top shelf at the supermarket or some stupid shit like that. And I say tall, handsome man, and he's like, "Oh, what about short, fat, and funny?" And I was like,
"Oh, and he's a comedian." So, and that's why
like,
he said this is okay. Got it. Okay.
So I go to him, "Are you funnier than me?" And he was like, "Oh, I don't know. I'll see next." And I was like, "Well, then okay, wait your fucking turn." Like, what the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you? Like,
it was love at first sight.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy, bro? Like, you know?
Damn.
And I asked him, I was like, "Yo, what's your name?" And he was like, "Oh, it's Twinkie." And I was like, "Yo, how do you look like that? And you named yourself after the softest fucking dessert on
You said
the
he was from
planet.
Hialeah?
Yeah, he said he was from Hialeah. I was like,
I feel like I've met a Twinkie from Hialeah, but I can't put a face to him now.
I don't know. I know he had like face tattoos and goals in his mouth. Like, I had no business speaking to that man like that, but I did.
I'm going to go ahead and draw the line in the sand here. Twinkie, if you're listening, and we know you are, the door's open for you to come on the podcast. If you're still doing comedy, if you're not, we'd love to get the story on why you quit comedy after that situation.
I've never seen him ever again. I promise. I've never seen Twinkie ever again, bro.
You took the piece of the market he had in the comedy and
I don't know.
off.
Knock him out the box.
I don't know. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. It was the wildest experience.
So you've been dealing with heckling since imagine
My
your first
set
ever.
ever.
And you're big on crowd work. So do you think that like
Not really. I don't
No?
think I'm big on crowd work. I think it's one of my muscles. I think people think that I'm big on crowd work because that's what I post.
That's what you post. True.
To
I
the
saw you.
majority
I saw
of
you
it.
live at the Gina show. I'm trying to remember if you did. You hosted though, so I feel like you had a lot of
hosted for
spots
her all weekend.
to interact. So it wasn't necessarily like a whole set.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different when you're doing a set versus hosting.
Yeah, I feel like those are all different muscles. Those are all different
Yes.
facets of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to host is way different than being able to go up there and do 20, 30 minutes. Like, doing 20, 30 minutes of just material is way different from like versus playing around with the crowd and then throwing a joke in there every once in a while. Or like, you know, they're all different muscles. I think it's.
And the cool thing about comedy is there's different kinds of comedy. Like there's simple comedy, there's wordplay comedy, there's like ignorant comedy, like you don't know any better comedy, and then there's storytelling comedy. Like there's all kinds of shit.
There's like all types of different ways to write a joke. That's what I love about it too.
Yeah.
And it's different. It pushes you in that sense.
What's cool too is like I think like the best shows is when you see the different styles of comedy as opposed to just everybody doing like one style of thing.
Yeah. I think now as a comedian, like as a spectator, that used to fascinate me. It really did, was like just being able to watch like the different styles and like how everybody's different, but they're all still funny, or they're like, you know, whatever. And I think now as a comedian, it kind of gave me like a different lens to where like I do get excited when I see somebody do something different than what they normally do. Like that excites me because it makes like, to a comedian, you appreciate more like if somebody has like a plethora of different skills versus, oh, this person only story tells, or this person only does crowd work.
Yeah,
or
one
this
trick
person
pony.
only-
It's like sports, you know, like a overall around person that could do a 3-point shot, that could dribble, that could pass, that could dunk, that could do all these things is going to be way better than just one person that's really good at, you know, one thing. So that's cool. It's cool to be multifaceted, and like the way you keep saying it's a different muscle. It's something you work on in different ways, and dealing with heckling is another way too. Like
Yeah,
you know, like,
absolutely. And just like roasting people is like a different thing, and like all of them are different.
people keep asking me, yo, what are y'all even on in these episodes? Like, how do we go from deep convos to wild jokes to life advice and back in 30 seconds flat? Let me put you on game. We're on Canna Kings. Whether it's CBD, Delta 8, or THCA, they got that top shelf, lab tested, smooth hitting goodness. No paranoia, no couch lock, no bad vibes. Just that clean, focused flow that lets the creativity flow and the comedy hit. So if you rock with the pod, support the squad, head over to CannaKingsCO.com. Load up your cart and use promo code UBTHCCrew at checkout for a little royalty level discount. Canna Kings, we're on it. And now you could be too. See you on Cloud 9. So you start comedy 4 or 5 years ago? Like pandemic time?
3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
3 years ago.
And you've done a lot of traveling.
I hit my 4th anniversary in February. It'll be 4 years.
You hit your fourth anniversary in February coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've done a lot of traveling. Like, what's the for lack of better terms, I guess, big break? Because I'm sure there's a lot of comics listening to this that maybe haven't been booked to do shows out of town or been able to travel to do comedy yet. What's like where's like the breaking point? Like, is it like a viral like post on IG? Is it like just networking with different comics that bring you on?
I think networking is the most important. You know what I'm saying? Like, every city that I've gotten the luxury of performing in, I had to take a chance first and just go out there.
What was the first one out of like South Florida?
In South Florida?
Out of South Florida.
Oh, out of South Florida?
Yeah. Or better said, out of Florida, because I'm sure out of South Florida, the first thing would have been like North Florida, right? Because you do a lot in Orlando and stuff.
Yeah, but surprisingly enough, I just started like doing shit in Orlando. I would say like maybe this last year.
Okay.
Orlando's just a dope scene. I really, really do appreciate it up there. Just because they have multiple venues. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have like, I don't know. I feel like they have a good little system going on up there.
With comedy, different comedy venues?
As far as like, yeah, like as far as the shows that are being produced and things like that. Not that we don't have shows down here that we don't produce that aren't great. You know what I mean? But like, I feel like Orlando has the audience for it.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, it sounds so strange, but the crowds over there, because they don't have a lot of options, every show sells out.
Okay.
You know
I
what I mean?
That. Yeah, there's not a lot of entertainment options.
Same for music too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
a lot of Puerto Ricans out there too, and Dominicans.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans here in Miami too. It's just there's a lot of shit that happens in Miami too.
True, there's a lot of Cubans and stuff like that.
In Miami. That's the problem in Miami.
Yeah, there's so much shit going on, and
a lot of entertainment. Yeah.
I mean, that and what we were talking about earlier about how the fact that like Miami only has one club,
one improv, and you know
that's it.
Rooms spreading out, but no
you know what I mean?
actual venues built with the sole purpose of comedy.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. That's a huge like. If I had some bread right now, I'd invest into a little comedy club in Hialeah.
Like, to be honest,
like
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen at some point.
Like, that'd be crazy.
Probably soon, honestly. Like, because it's such a void in the market. Like, you know what I mean? I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Just off touring comics that are big names, you could get that, and then plus the dope comics out here in Miami. Like, I feel like you could have, like, it'd be crazy how, like, you could have a club on Smash, actually.
You could. And I feel like that would make Florida a lot more, not lucrative, but I mean, like, appealing to, like, bigger headliners. Because right now they kind of avoid Florida because they take a dip for 3 days of travel for one club. Like, it's not,
makes no sense.
It makes no sense for them.
Because a lot of comics don't come to Miami.
They don't, like, for what?
Yeah.
You know, there's no reason.
They'll do upstate.
They'll do like, Orlando, or they'll do not even. They won't even.
They'll do Dania, if
they'll
anything.
They'll do Orlando or Tampa.
Tampa's
and then
big
that's
for
it.
side splitters.
And then they'll go back up. Yeah.
Side splitters.
No, because usually if it's a big enough name, all those people from Fort Myers and like whatever, they'll just go to Tampa.
Yes.
They'll just go to You know what I mean?
That's why I'm saying Tampa, Orlando, yes.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they're out of there.
Coming down to Miami adds a whole other dynamic.
It's a whole other 2 days of travel because you got to go down and go up for one club. Like, it's not. There's no.
No, in Miami,
there's no point.
True. That's
there's
crazy.
No point.
When you said take a chance on going to outside markets.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? You go on your own dime, or do you?
Yeah, the first time I ever went to any city, it was on my own.
What was the first city you went to?
But you book something and then you go.
So it's happened to me both ways.
What was the first time you traveled outwards for comedy?
The first time I ever traveled anywhere for comedy, anywhere ever.
Yeah.
Was to Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, with Julie Baez and Jay Moreno.
Okay, shout out Jay.
For the Boricua comedy tour to this tiny little, supposedly dry town, but una perra nota que cogimos los tres that
What
day.
town?
It was crazy. It was Tifton, Georgia. Shout out to Tifton, Georgia.
A dry town to sober town? Like a square town, I guess you would say?
Yeah, we got there and they wouldn't sell us any alcohol because we got there after a certain time.
Oh,
They
literally.
didn't sell any alcohol after a certain time or whatever. So we were so upset. We were so upset. And we went
That's
to the
crazy.
show that was at like this banquet hall. But it was like... Oh my God, I wish I remembered their names. They're the sweetest freaking couple in the whole wide world, but they're like painted on the outside of the banquet hall.
They
Like, it
painted
was like a
themselves
mural.
on the banquet hall?
Yes, bro. It was so funny. It was hilarious.
Super psycho, but okay.
It was so funny. It was so funny. I don't remember. I
That
don't
is-
remember their names, but
I'm
they were the
sure-
sweetest couple,
in
sweetest
Tifton?
town in Tifton, Georgia.
Okay, I'm going to search them
I'm
up.
pretty sure they're the only ones.
That's not going to
And,
be
like,
that many.
we did the show, and we were so upset. Like when we got there, and we're in the green room, and all of a sudden we're in the green room, and the lady's like, "Oh, do you guys want something to drink?" And we're like, "What do you mean?"
Hell yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, we have alcohol. We serve
You're in the
alcohol,
place
but
to
you
be."
can't you can't just buy alcohol." And we're like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, bro. Una perra nota." We ended up at the only bar in town, because it was only one bar, and it was like in the back of somebody's house. Like, it was crazy. It was so wild. It was fun though. It was fun. It
Nice.
was my first ever outside of Florida comedy.
That's a good. And then shout out to the comedy
It was
calendar
funny.
boys, Art Roche and what the guy Sergio.
Sebastian Alvarez.
Yes. Shout out to them. They brought up Austin and like that comedy scene, and you had an interesting way where you said that you don't think that'll do something for your brand for your brand of comedy, because you think like to hit up there you have to be a character. Was it?
Yeah, I do. I feel like they kind of well, first and foremost, the Austin scene is I feel like there's just a lot of people in one place. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, Austin had this burst, and everybody that was like big in their town went to Austin because they were like, "Oh, this is my shot. This is my chance. This is my one."
It's a gold
like,
rush.
whatever.
It's almost like a gold rush of
It
comedy.
was like a
pero
gold rush of
there's
comics.
not really gold like that.
Right. It was like a gold rush of comics that were all big in their town,
Yeah.
in this one town. So what happens is that comedians are very egotistical people. Okay, like, we just are, like, we have to be, like, for what we do. So now you're in a town where everybody thinks that they're the best of the best, and what happens in a town like that is that, like, there's always going to be the cattiness, there's always going to be the this, there's always going to be the that. And then on top of that, if you do watch, like, Kill Tony, no offense, because I love Kill Tony, and it probably, maybe I will do it someday, who knows, but I feel like in order to, like, make it on Kill Tony, you have to be, like, a character.
That's an ongoing joke on the show. Like
Like,
Shane and everybody's
you
already
do.
made jokes where
You know
they
what I
ask the bucket pulls, "Oh, you should say you have a physical ailment or a mental illness. It's gonna be get
Like,
you a golden
no,
ticket." Like,
no, I don't even mean it like that.
No, but
like,
that's-
they just
but that's
want
what they
you
say
to,
on the show
like,
themselves.
Be like a character. And don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I do feel like to a certain degree, like, my stand-up is like a character and like a far-fetched version of like me, but I don't know. I just feel like that's
why I wanted to bring it up too, though, because by default every comic is un personaje. Like in Spanish we say es un personaje. That's a
yes,
character.
absolutely. But I feel like you have to always be like that. Okay, so I want to be able to be a comedian to where, like, if I do come up with characters, yes, I'm going to have multiple characters. And you guys are going to think that I'm schizophrenic, but it's going to be, like, on my terms. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to
Right.
be like a, I don't know. I just,
no,
I don't.
you want to
I
be you.
don't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Yeah, I don't think you have to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
There's a world where people do that, and they don't, for whatever reason, maybe they don't feel like they'll make it being themselves. But that doesn't mean you have to do that. That's what's key about that. But
Yeah.
I feel like that just holds true ever. But I think what you're saying more about Austin as a whole is just outside looking in. You know, just kind of what's hit
Yeah.
so far out there and what the
Yeah.
atmosphere is kind of.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. And honestly, and no offense, Austin, I love you guys. But that's like a big like drink culture out there. Like everybody be getting fucked up in Austin. Like they get drunk, like because besides it being a comedy town, Austin is also a college town.
Is it? Okay.
Like,
I didn't know. I didn't understand that dynamic
saying?
about it.
Yes, and it was a college town before it was a comedy town. So now that they threw comedy into the mix, I feel like it's just like a big AA meeting waiting to happen on 6th Street in Austin, Texas. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm good on that. Like, don't get me wrong. We drink a lot down here in Miami, but we know when to stop. Like, and to be like, okay,
And Miami's
cool.
big, and that's the thing. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, once they start fucking up their lives, they leave Miami. Miami becomes too expensive to live out here, and then
That's
either
true,
you
too.
become homeless or you take your partying elsewhere. Real shit.
And Austin is very affordable. Their rent is very cheap. So they have a lot of spare change to be thrown out there for the alcohols.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good dynamic, yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
be drinking.
And at the end of the day, like, that's like, there was this video Elephant Graveyard did about the whole Austin comedy thing and Rogan being a crazy, like, cult leader or whatever. But they brought up a good point where we live in, like,
I haven't seen that. I love Joe Rogan, though.
I love him too. I came, like, podcasting is a big thing because of Joe Rogan, but
Yeah.
I do argue that he did, you know, maybe sell out to, like, the political shit and, like, his shit's not as funny anymore. I don't watch full episodes of Rogan anymore, but a lot of the comics that came up off of it are comics I keep up with. You know, he puts me onto a lot of shit. Like, I didn't understand, you know, a lot of scientific shit, and, like, he opened your minds to a lot of things when he was in his prime.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, like, everything, every star, you know, phases out after a little bit. Like, you could only be, like there's a peak in a prime for a reason.
Right.
But the point of that video that I brought up is that they made this point where there's, like, this alternate reality that people are living in where they think, like, oh, that's the only comedy scene right now. Whereas I think New York is a much more healthy comedy scene. Like, I hear people fucking thriving
I mean,
in New York.
there's a whole bunch of thriving comedy
Comedy
scenes
scenes around the whole world.
Yeah, around the whole world. Comedy right now. I feel like comedy right now is in a space where it's about to like have this like really weird, well, it's already happening.
It's the bubble. No,
You
it's the
know?
biggest it's ever been worldwide.
It's the biggest
Yeah.
it's ever been worldwide, and I feel like that bubble's not done expanding yet. Like, I don't
Really?
think we're anywhere near a burst, and
It's
I feel like
huge.
everyone is going to continue to look for comedy the more fucked up the world gets. Like, it sounds crazy, but I feel like it's gonna be one of those things that is just gonna continue to grow and to expand, and people are going to seek it out more. Because the thing about being a really great comedian, if you look at any of the greatest comedians to like ever exist, there's no real fun in a joke unless there's some truth in it, you know? And like, since we're living in a world where everything is getting to a point where everyone's trying to make everything so censored and so this and so that, I feel like people are gonna seek out more ways to hear an honest opinion about something. Like,
What's
you know what I
ironic
mean?
is
Like,
that you can't do comedy movies anymore. That's what's crazy, because I agree. That's
you
why
can,
podcasts
you
are turning
can.
up.
Actually, we just did a comedy movie.
Shout out. Yeah.
Shout out to
Go on.
Spanish Fly. Yeah, I was in it. I had a small role. My role would have been bigger, but I got stuck in LA and it was a whole thing. Whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. Yeah, shout out to Flavor. Shout out to all of them. El Caballo's in it too. Like, it's Tonio Skits is in it. It's gonna be a dope movie. It's a dope movie. So yes, you can make comedy movies.
Right,
still.
but
You
what
know
I'm saying is that
saying?
there's an argument that the last good era for comedy was 10 years ago with The Hangover, Superbad. All those movies came out within like 2-3 years of each other. There's no banger movies that have came out like cultural comedy movies that like everybody could throw on at any given time. Like, we had a crazy good era.
I mean, I get that. I
And
totally get that, and that's why.
Because those aren't really comedians.
Yeah,
They're
no,
comedic actors.
they're comedic act. The movies that you mentioned.
But even before that, like Will Ferrell,
like-
the Todd, Chris Farley era, like those guys were comedians. But like, I'm just saying, nowadays comedy movies don't hit no more. Like, there's just not, like people say, it's harder to make a comedy movie nowadays because shit gets canceled or everybody's scared to make a joke. Like, that's an ongoing thing.
I mean, yeah, but who doesn't get canceled every once in a while, right? Listen, like, who the fuck?
I argue getting canceled is a good thing. I argue getting canceled is a popularity thing. I argue anybody that you could say has gotten canceled, their career blew up after that. Shane Gillis got canceled, his whole career turned up after that. Like, you know, like
look at Charlie Sheen.
Facts.
Like that's
facts.
the king of canceled right there. And look at him. He just released a documentary. Everybody's watching that shit. Like, you
Cuban
know what I mean?
as well.
Like,
Shout out my chicos.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Whatever. Back to the whole thing with the. I don't think. I just think it's. I brought that all up to say. I think that's why comedy and podcasting right now, and comedy podcasts specifically, are thriving because it is an escape. And like you said, that's a good point.
Absolutely.
That's a way people could get their rocks off with. Oh, I can laugh at this. This is a good venue for me to be able to laugh about this. That, you know, whatever the fuck is.
Exactly.
You can't do that now. You can't go watch an hour and a half movie. You know, all the movies that are being made are, you know, political garbage.
Think
or
about it.
super,
You're in a room where they literally tell everyone you can't take any pictures, you can't this, you can't that. So people feel comfortable. They let their hair down. They let loose, and they're like, okay, cool. Which is why it sucks when you do like a bar show and everybody's like looking around like, oh my God, I don't want to laugh because they're looking at me and they can see me. And so, but that's the caveat of, you know, when you're performing at comedy clubs. When you perform at comedy clubs, you have that luxury of like everyone really being there in the moment.
That it's
so
the
it's
communal
a
aspect
good,
of it.
yeah, it's a great environment because even if somebody's judging you, you're not scared of somebody pulling their phone out and like, you know, taking a picture or like whatever. Like, that's another thing. Like, we're so fucking wrapped up in like catching the moment that like we're never in the fucking moment.
And my
like,
phone accidentally went to record right now. That's crazy, right? You see,
it's the government. It's the government.
They're listening.
Retreat. You guys, if I go missing, it was Jeffrey Epstein.
I think he's dead. I think you have to say Ghislaine Maxwell right now.
No.
Ghislaine or whatever.
I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead.
Yo, you using Cuba with Pac?
Yeah, bro.
With Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man. No,
They're all hanging
I'm
out.
pretty sure that guy's dead.
Yeah, don't say that name. They're going to ban the episode. Don't say that.
Oh, my God. My first episode getting banned would be crazy. Nah, not the Kirkinator, man. I'm telling you.
Have you seen Pac with Mr. Rogers?
What the fuck did you just say? Have you seen Cock?
Have you seen Pac?
Oh, Pac. Oh, Pac.
Pac with Mr. Rogers.
Pac and Cock with Mr. Rogers is both crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just came out with Pablo Escobar in AI. Shout out, yeah, Soro. Yeah, it's wild. I had him on the podcast. We'll drop it right here. So, Dina, your first language was Spanish?
Yeah.
But you were born in New York.
Yeah.
How long did you live in New York before you came down here?
Till I was like 6, 7.
Okay, and all in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you started speaking English around like 5?
No, I mean, well, I always spoke both of them, but the first thing that I was taught was Spanish.
Taught by your parents?
Yeah, of course.
Because they spoke to you in Spanish?
Of course.
And then English comes from being out in the
wild. Yeah. That's where it comes from.
And then your parents, did they speak any English at all?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
But they just chose with you.
Yeah. Like all of us learned Spanish first. Like they taught us Spanish first. I did the same thing with my daughter, you know.
I was going to ask that. What are you doing with your daughter? Straight Spanish?
Yeah. No, she knows Spanish. I mean, well, now she knows. She's 17. Like.
But how did you approach her? Like you taught her? Like
when she was little, all she spoke was Spanish. And Japanese. Shout out Ni hao Kailan.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I swear to God. Or Chinese, whatever it is.
It's Chinese. Japanese and Mandarin are two very different.
It's Mandarin.
I think Mandarin gets you more doors open working with the Chinese government.
She was the Mandarin from Ni hao Kailan when she was little, yeah.
What? Why? What does that come from? Like,
from Nickelodeon. That's where it came
being
from.
Educated. Oh,
yeah, it was a show.
Oh, it's a show.
Used to be a show.
What's the name? Ni hao Kailan.
Ni hao Kailan.
Kailan. Okay.
Yeah, Ni hao is how you say hello, and then the little girl's name was Kailan.
And she was an Asian girl.
And she was a little Asian girl that used to hang out with her grandpa.
Cool, like a little Asian Dora.
Yeah, like an Asian Dora. Like for real.
Basically.
That's what it was.
Asian.
Remember Kiani
Asian. Yeah, shout out her. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
She used to love that shit.
So, and then, is there any tips for being a cool mom? Because you have a lot of jokes, you know, about being, you know, cool, motherly, and like you're definitely a hit mom.
I don't feel like I'm a cool mom.
Of course, because inside looking out, but outside looking in, you know, you're a hipster mom.
You're a strict mom.
I am actually very strict when it comes to certain things.
Really?
Yeah, like super strict when it comes to certain things. Like my kids' grades have to be like A1, like before she does anything. And it's not even so much that like it was always like about the grade so much, but it's more like the effort. Like, bitch, I see 20 missing assignments. Like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? Like, you know what I
cool.
mean? Like,
That's
feel
an
me?
important perspective to have, because I think about that, because like thankfully my sister and me, like, we're not like, you know, like whatever, my sister has her moments, but I don't think we're like mentally dumb or anything like that. Like we could pass in school, but I could see a world where like there are people that are just dumb. So what if you have a son or daughter that's just failing in school and they're
Listen,
trying their best?
You
They're
better
just dumb.
make sure they're really good at sports.
Right.
Or
you gotta pick a battle.
Or give them a box of color pencils or so. You better find something. The kid has to be good at something.
There's an argument to be made.
You know what? Listen, that's what I've always said. Like people, okay, so like I was having this conversation with someone the other day and we were talking and I was like, well, you know, sometimes you're God's favorite. And they were like, what do you mean God's favorite? That sounds so conceited, Dina. Like, how could you say that? And I'm like, yeah, like just because like I'm God's favorite, like in this lane, doesn't mean that you're not God's favorite in something else. I'm just good at this. Like, you might be good at fucking, I don't know, grilled cheese. Like, I don't know. Like, that's between you and God. But, like, I feel like us as human beings, we all have, like, our one thing. Like, I genuinely do believe that. Now, it's up to you whether or not you explore the facets of your consciousness enough to find it. But I genuinely do believe that. I believe we're all God's favorites in something. You know?
I feel like everybody, to that same point, I think everybody's power is being them. Now,
yeah, sure.
I think, bro, there's like Garcia, Dad filmed it. Like, these are guys that I admire, and they're legends, just for an example purposes, with camera work and visual work. But they started making music and rapping, being in front of the camera. And I look at people like that, and like there's other examples for like famous directors, but these two guys specifically, I look at them and I'm like, these guys are so good at what they do because they rapped. And I don't want to say they failed at rapping, but they, at one point in their minds, they pivoted and they said, this is cool, but this is cooler. And this is more where I'm going to excel at. And sure enough, they'll both say it themselves. I think that they really caught a different, you know, vibration doing those two things and blew up a different way. So I feel like we all have to explore, and like kind of full circle moment to what we said earlier, you have to fail. You have to try different experimental things, and you have to experiment. You have to try different sports. I like, if I'm blessed enough to have children, that's one of my goals, to put them in all kinds of sports. Like I only played like 2-3 sports growing up, but when I have kids, I want to put them in everything.
Yeah,
because
I let my daughter explore
what if
she found what she
what if it's a left field thing that hits?
Really liked.
It could be so many different things. You know, you have to just expose them to the world and see what hits for them.
Yeah, but then you also have to be the parent to where, like, you know, like, okay, you can't quit everything either. Like, you kind of have to stick to something at some point.
But that's the cool thing about sports. You don't quit. You go through the season, and then guess what? The season ends. Next sport.
Yeah.
If you try different sports, there's never an off season.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it. And you know, like that. And you could argue like, okay, this is one overall sport, which, for example, purpose. Okay, you want to be a football, baseball player, whatever. It's off season. Now we're gonna figure out swimming, or we're gonna figure out track. We're gonna try this out. And you don't like it? Okay, son, daughter. But guess what? This is gonna help you become a better football, baseball, soccer, ballet, whatever the case may be. You know.
Yeah.
You could argue comedian, rapping nowadays.
Yeah.
I tell all my our creative homies is like, get healthy, because my mind hits more and connects more when I'm on my healthier shit. When I'm more tapped in with my body and, you know, not being a piece of shit.
Yeah,
you know,
that's very true. Honestly, that's one of the things that, like, I enjoyed about not having an Instagram for 3 months. Like, I enjoyed, like, I enjoyed not having, like, I wrote so much.
Wow.
Like, I wrote so much. There's so many jokes that, like, I haven't even had a time to, like, really, like, try them all out, and I have them, like, ready. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to create so much content in the meantime that, like, I have, like, in the canon, and I felt so much more creative, honestly. Like, now I feel a little bit drained by it. I might take another break. I might take a spiritual retreat. I was gonna say,
has it changed your relationship much since you came back on it? Like, did you just go back to normal, like how you were before?
What do you mean?
So your relationship with Instagram specifically.
Right.
Do you use other social media apps? Like, are you on Twitter and shit like that?
I am, but I really don't use my account. Like, I feel like
So
I've
you're not
tweeted
really,
like 2-3 times.
and you're not using Facebook. You're not like a crazy.
Like, everything I post on Instagram goes directly to Facebook too.
But you're not browsing
What about
Facebook.
YouTube?
Yeah, no, I'm not really browsing it.
What about
YouTube, I
YouTube?
do post on YouTube. I
But
am trying to grow my
I argue YouTube isn't
following,
necessarily a social platform where you're more interacting with just people's posts and people's
Right.
opinions. It's more, YouTube's more geared, and yes, there's an algorithm feeding you shit, but YouTube, you're very much in control of, okay, even if you don't like what's on your algorithm, you could go in the search bar and say, okay, today I'm going to search whatever, I'm going to be watching cooking videos.
Yeah.
Now there's collaborations on YouTube too.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
That's major.
right. Okay, I just lost.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it just threw me off track here. Damn. Rewind. No, it's all good. It's all good. Damn, Dina, fuck, I forgot.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Social media.
Oh, yeah, social media. It was
The
something about
relationship with social media. Yes, thank you so much. This me forgetting is a testament to social media, how it fries our brain. So what I was gonna ask is, you were off it for a long time.
Yes.
That alone changes your relationship with social media because you're not on it. You get it back. Do you go right back into using it every day like you were using it before?
So
Maybe even more because you're catching up?
I would say I don't really use it as much as I did before.
So
to
it
be
did
honest
change.
with you.
It changed your
It
relationship
kind
with
of did change my relationship with it into the aspect of like I definitely do feel I use it a lot more as a tool now. Like there'll be like 1 or 2 days where I am on it for like 3-4 hours, but those will be the days where like I'm scheduling content or like I'm working on
You're
it.
consciously
or, like,
on it. You're on it consciously.
you know, like I'm consciously on it, like at least 2 days out of the week for like 5 to 6 hours. But the other days out of the week, I would say like maybe like an hour, 2 hours. Like I'll go check up on whatever I want to check up on, and then like check my messages or like if I get a DM, like. But yeah, no,
That's
I'm
good.
not.
That's honestly, I envy that. That's a beautiful.
No
Yeah,
doom
no.
scrolling.
That's,
Yeah, no, I try
imagine.
not to doom scroll unless it's like with a purpose. Like unless like I'm like sitting down and I'm writing and I don't want to work on like a joke, I'll be like, okay, what's going on? Like what's happening?
Research.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it.
That's good. That's incredible. What would you name your crypto if you were to have one?
If
Or
I had a
you're-
crypto coin,
Mhm.
Dina Ducats.
Ducats?
no, Dina dollars.
Dina dollars. Oh yeah, that's right there.
Dina dollars. But
That's
it has to be Dina like my handle, like DNuhhh. Dina dollars.
Oh true. You spell it like
Has to be like that,
That's some
yeah.
New York shit.
Dina. It wasn't like I just say Dina.
tight shit. No, but yeah, if you read it, it's like
Damn. That's what everybody thinks. See, that's so funny. Like everybody thinks that I'm like super like
Because New York females.
Yes, that energy, and then you read the name
and
Dina.
I'm so not. Like I'm so
Yeah.
laid back in comparison. Like
It's kind of the
everybody
equivalent
thinks-
of like if you had a Z in your name, like, oh shit, she got a Z in her name. Yo, this is crazy. You know, like
I do at the end.
No,
of
but that's your
course.
last name. But I mean, like, if your name was like, you know, like an unnecessary Z, like, oh, it's just like Stacks. Shout out Stacks, episode 54.
Yeah, stags.
Do you have a favorite Whitney Houston song?
A favorite Whitney Houston song?
Yeah.
I want to dance with somebody.
Nice. Banger. That is a good one.
That is
Fire.
a bop.
Fire.
Fire.
I don't know if I could put that in the
Super
edit. It might get canceled, but
Super
not
bop.
canceled.
I
Whatever.
love me some Whitney Houston. Like that era of Whitney Houston. Like I want to run to you era. Like that's super good. Like, you know, before she met Bobby,
Damn.
he fucked up her life.
They say it's backwards.
Oh man.
They say it's backwards.
Allegedly.
Let us know in the comments who you think fucked up whose life. Bobby fucked up Whitney's or Whitney fucked up Bobby's. Let us know.
Whitney
down
ran
here.
through Bobby, boy. Whitney had Bobby going crazy.
And then speaking of
We all seen him in New Edition.
do you have a funny bombing story?
A funny, but they're all funny.
Okay, do you have a funniest? I don't like to say favorite now because I realize it's
bombing
not, nobody has a
story.
favorite time bombing, but
I don't really remember those. I know they exist.
You
Trust
kind
me,
of
they exist.
Try to forget.
you try to forget
They
them.
exist, but yeah, I think that's like the trauma response of it. I don't even remember. I don't know. I've never bombed. I don't bomb. No, that's a lie.
That's funny.
If anybody ever fucking tells you that, they're fucking lying.
Or they just haven't done comedy. For
Don't
real.
ever let nobody tell you. No, for real.
But watching you now,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like you've ever bombed. Like watching you now, you're like a pro.
Watching me now, no, I bomb. I be bombing.
This guy's such a
I
funny
be
guy,
bombing.
bro.
I bombed. When did I bomb? When was the last time I bombed? Let me see.
Watching you now.
Yeah, like,
That's so funny.
killed at the,
She kills all the time, but not to take nothing away from Dina, I think the best comedians in the world bomb. Like I think Shane Gillis, who I think is the LeBron of comedy right now, is bombs.
This is the thing, though. I think it becomes different. Like what I would consider a bomb, like you guys would probably be like, "Oh my god, you just so," and to me, I'll be like, "Ah, nah."
That's true. That's a good point too. That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
I feel like your threshold of like what you consider to be like great changes over time, because like I remember the one time where I did this shit like way the fuck up here, like, you know what I mean? So then that becomes the new threshold you hold yourself accountable to.
Hold on. Let's tinker
exactly.
But let's tinker the conversation a little bit though, because that's, I think you're talking about being tough on yourself, and you could maybe, I thought I was gonna kill. I thought I was gonna do better.
Like if I tell you to me, I bombed on Monday. I thank you, Miami. But everybody else was like, "Oh my God, Dina, you did so good," or whatever. And I was like, "Nah, I didn't even remember the joke." Like, how did I? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I went there with a purpose to say one joke, and I fucked it all up. So to me, I bombed.
So you determined it a bomb from the feel, or do you look back at the tape? Because are you still recording all your sets?
Yeah, I record all my sets.
So, do
like
you,
if I'm allowed to, it depends.
Do you consider it a bomb? Like just like the moment you get off the stage, you kind of feel it. Like, cause it's, I mean, in my mind, I feel like if people aren't laughing to your shit, you just feel like it's okay. That's a bomb, you know. Like you know, that's.
No, I mean, everybody knows.
But what I'm trying to
like, that's the thing.
What makes you know the non-laughs, the no laughing? That's what it is.
That's
the lack of laughs.
That's the determining factor. But sometimes
LOL,
it's not about
the lack
that.
of laughs. That's funny.
Lack of laughs.
That's actually crazy. That's a crazy comedy term. We're inventing shit here. Was it the LOL?
I love it.
Yes, the lack of laughs.
So it is. It's that, and then it's also, again, like the threshold like becomes different, because then there's people that like just started comedy. So to them, if they get like one chuckle,
that's a great.
Oh my God!
You killed.
Fucking killed.
I killed.
Bro.
Of course.
Oh my God! I did so great.
That's a perspective thing. Yes.
But it's a perspective thing. Like
100%.
for sure, it's a perspective thing.
Okay, and then before we wrap up here, what's a piece of advice you give to a young Dean out there, just any person getting into comedy out there?
I think with anything, just work hard. Just work hard, do your thing. Work hard, do your thing, and there's always gonna be haters, right?
100%.
There's always gonna be someone who thinks you suck, and there's always gonna be someone who thinks you're great. And so just remember the greats more than the you sucks. Like, just keep going. Like, that's all you can do, you know? Like with anything, you're gonna suck a lot before you become good at anything. So
no Diddy.
Go suck
or
a
yes
lot.
Diddy, depends.
Go suck a lot. Okay? That's my advice to anyone starting at comedy. Go suck a lot. Okay?
And then
take it how you want to take it. That's my advice for any young comics out there.
Young comics, if you're listening, and we know you are.
Big three.
We're doing that. This guy, relax. And then before we do the big three, we have another game we play called the Shoot Your Shot segment, where we open the platform up for the guest to shoot your shot at anybody, maybe on a collaborative tip musically, on a romantic tip, on a platonic tip, whatever the case may be here. If you want to just
doesn't want no shooters.
Shoot my shot.
Yeah, anybody maybe you want to work with on the comedy tip.
Somebody I want to work with. It's hard, man, because I've really been really lucky to like work with a lot of the people that I've admired and wanted to work with. I would say, let me see, who's on my vision board. I'm trying to think that I haven't worked with. I don't know, bro. I feel like I
Or
would.
what's on your vision board? Is it like maybe a venue maybe you want to reach out to? Say you want to get out there? I don't want to make it so...
Oh, well, no. Like, my dream comedy venue would be Red Rock Stadium.
Nice.
Like,
okay.
that's like my dream. We're a little ways away from Red Rock, okay? But, let me see. Dream person I would want to... Well, I mean, it can't happen, though. Because they're dead. Like, so...
Okay, now we
like,
gotta
my
know
dream, like, shoot your shot would probably be, like, to work with, like, Joan Rivers. That would be like my like dream, like shoot your shot.
Okay, yeah. So open it up though. So not
saying?
Joan Rivers. Maybe is there like a? Would you like to be like in a movie with like a specific like? I'd love to be in.
That's really hard because there's a lot of really funny, like really big comedians. Like I would love to be in a movie with like Amy Poehler. I would love to be in a movie with like Tina Fey. Like I love like. Oh my God! It would be so many. I could be here forever.
Well, 2's good. We got them
so many shots. So many shots would be shot.
2's cool. You hit it with 2. Okay, and then we do end the show with the big 3 draft where we pick the 3 best or worst of anything. Okay. You're cool, mom. So let's do TV moms. We're gonna piggyback off of one of our older episodes with Dad films.
Best TV moms.
Yeah, we'll do best TV moms. We'll go one by one.
Okay, best TV moms.
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck the lady was from that Seventh Heaven show.
Seventh Heaven.
You remember her?
No, but I remember the song.
I remember really that
and
show.
And the dad. I remember the dad who was a pedophile. Did you know that?
Yeah, and those kids were assholes. And that lady never like.
The characters were assholes. The bad.
Bad kids. They were all assholes. They weren't bad kids, but they were assholes. Like they were kind of assholes. They were kind of like really like
a lot of
self-absorbed, like suburban.
Those shows, you need that type of character. Like, the whole show's around based around them.
Yeah. Very privileged mindset. Those
like
children.
17, 16
year old. Yeah. I don't know how she didn't smack the shit out of them. So she's definitely one of the top 3.
Well, we go one by one. So my first pick is gonna be the Kitty from that 70s show. She's a cool mom. The main mom, and she had all the jits in her crib, all getting high.
Kitty was dope.
Red was super pissed out.
Kitty, and she's on my list too.
Really solid.
She's on my list. She's on my list.
Well, you gotta pick the whole other 2. You got.
Okay, I gotta pick another 2. Damn, this is hard, bro.
Yeah, you have the big ones. Let
me see. TV moms.
Wild.
Yeah, bro, no Diddy.
Yeah, no female version of Diddy here. It's got to be something.
Let me see. Best moms. I think Peggy Bundy was pretty cool.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Like she was pretty cool. She was pretty cool. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck. She would let like them do whatever, and she would fucking just sit there and smoke cigarettes and eat her bonbons, and she was still hot. And she was still hot. She was still hot. And she was like cool, like, you know. She taught the kids how to survive by not taking care of them. It's a great mom.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say Carmela from The Sopranos. Carmela's a good one.
Oh, she's a good mom.
She's a cool mom.
She's a great mom.
And I also I mentioned this before too about Tony. Tony's a cool character because the two worlds never really cross paths. Although they go really parallel, close to each other. That's one thing that's cool about that show is that there's never even all the way to that. You could argue that's how the show ends, where the criminal world finally breaks into his family world and he dies. If you think that's how it ends, which that is how it ends. Spoiler alert. But. No, David Chase already confirmed it. We explained that all in an episode here. I'll drop the episode. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that's what's cool about that show. But if we're gonna go based off The Sopranos being real or whatever, like talking like the characters did their thing in Tony's offense. Mm-hmm. Carmela helped. Carmela was a big part of that. Keeping that gangster shit away from the family. So shout out Carmela, and she's a dope actor. Edie Falco, she's a really cool actress.
Yeah, she is. She's dope.
What's your second?
My third
TV mom. Yeah, third.
Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson, that's a good one. And we got animated. Yeah, that's a good one. You have to do animated pick. Damn, Marge.
Marge, bro. Marge is the true definition of a ride or die for everyone in her family.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She doesn't care. She loves her family.
I think they killed her. I think they killed her in a recent episode.
No, she's back. She's back to life.
But she came back. She came back. Nobody ever dies in TV.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro.
Especially not on The Simpsons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think they've killed a couple people off. They've predicted like deaths and shit like that. They predict everything. Shout out to Simpsons. And
Yeah,
Matt
shout out The Simpsons.
You know what? I'm gonna show her love too because they replaced her ass after like 2 seasons. But you know the original Aunt Viv, she's a cool mom.
The original one.
The original because they
Yeah,
replaced
she
her.
was dope. She was dope. I like the
She
original
was
one
swaggy.
too.
She was very artsy, and then they replaced her with the other one. I kind of looked like a chica, but
Yeah.
She
I
wasn't
don't
the
know. She
original.
was kind of weird. She
she didn't have she didn't have as much personality as the original one.
She didn't.
So
Yeah.
and
It was never the same.
one last message for the people before we get out of here, Dina. One last message for the audience.
Suck more before you're great.
We'll see you next week. Peace.
I don't trust myself after all the pain I've held. I know myself too well, been